What's good, y'all? I've got some really nice buffs for both Volbeat and Illumise. If you are a new viewer, I highly recommend that you check out the Google Sheet linked right down below in the description. You can check out all 600 plus move buffs and changes in this hack. They are very in-depth and elaborate, and I'll quickly show you what it looks like on screen, but I highly recommend you just click that link in the description and look at all these for yourself because they make a great impact onto how the Pokemon function now. And I'm not under-exaggerating. It's a lot, all right? It's a lot of information, but it's also organized into all these nice little categories, so it's actually pretty easy to consume, believe it or not. But back on topic, I am re-recording these guys because I changed Luminescent from the original video. I changed all the Pokemon that had Luminescent because Luminescent was kind of a shit ability. It was just a simple 10% accuracy boost, which isn't bad or anything, but like in this ROM hack, like in most cases, abilities are a big deal. Not always. Some Pokemon really just do have great base stats, and then the abilities are kind of secondary. But in most cases, the abilities are a pretty giant part of how the Pokemon function, especially when every single Pokemon is balanced around an infinite usability capsule. So essentially what that means is switch between your abilities depending on the situation. So I ended up switching Luminescent for Volt Rush, which is infinitely better. Volt Rush is essentially Surge Surfer, so it'll double his speed under electric terrain, makes him an absolute beast under terrain. Electric terrain is a TM, so any of your electric types, a lot of your steel types, and a couple other random Pokemon can learn electric terrain via TM. Slap on Terrain Extender, slap on Parting Shot or Volt Switch or U-Turn, and now you're cooking with your Volbeat. You can also set it up for yourself, but it's not as great that way because you end up wasting a move slot on that. But you could do it on yourself. They can also set it up for your ally, which is kind of funny with Prankster. But yeah, both of them do have the ability Prankster. They have the same stats, the only difference being that their special defense and special attack is swapped, with Illumise being a little bit bulkier, well, a lot bulkier, and then Volbeat being a lot stronger, but they're both, like, it's only 9 points, actually. Wait, can I do math? Holy crap, 12 points. So Illumise 12 more SPDF, 12 less special attack, and vice versa. And of course, they are Bug Fairy and Bug Electric. Bug Electric, like in a literal context, isn't like the most fitting typing of all time, but for a ROM hack where I want all Pokemon to be viable and fun to use, Bug Electric will be just totally reasonable and also pretty commonplace. I know it's not literally like an electric lightning bug, but it fits well enough with their whole thing being like light and stuff. And then Bug Fairy for Illumise is really cool with Tinted Lens and Prankster, two incredible abilities. Prankster, both of them have incredible Prankster options. So they have Prankster Parting Shot, Prankster Dual Screens, Prankster Roost, Prankster Encore, Prankster Charm, and Befriend, which is great in-game, of course, when you're using it to debuff the opponent because they don't switch out unless they have a switch move. However, there are a lot of crit moves that later on in the game especially will make those moves a little bit less strong, but still very good for most situations. You also get Prankster Aromatic Mist on Illumise, which will drop the special stats of the opponent by -2, excuse me, while Sweet Scent is just -1, which is also great, but Aromatic Mist especially is incredible. You also get Prankster Dreamy Kiss on Illumise, which is essentially 85% accurate sleep move. That's incredible. It would always last for 2 turns as well, so that's Prankster Sleep, very nice. You also get Prankster Lunar Dance on both, which will give you +1 special attack, special defense, and speed, while Quiver Dance is essentially just special Dragon Dance now and is learned a little bit earlier. They both have great coverage. Prankster Calm Mind is still there. You know, you've got all types of... Oh, not still there. They didn't have it before, but you get my point. They've got all types of fun things, while they both have an offensive option as well in Volt Rush and Tinted Lens, with Volt Rush being incredible because you can actually run max HP or max SPDF and a max special attack, and you don't need to run any speed investment, and you can outspeed pretty much the entire game. You also have very good coverage on both of them. I think it's literally the same exact coverage moves. Yeah, same exact coverage moves by TM and Tutor at least. So those are really great. These guys are such a fun Pokemon. Like, it's such a good blend of like utility and offense. Volt Rush, I mean, he's incredibly powerful under electric terrain, right? Doubles your speed, gives you a 50% boost to your electric stab, so that's an absolute blast to use. You can also use stuff like Electro Ball, which gives you a +1 speed boost each time you click it now on Volbeat if you want in the terrain. You can also use one of the many Electric Surge Pokemon, but if you're doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, specifically a Team Lock Nuzlocke, you can't just go add one to your team whenever you want. So I would recommend the self-setting electric terrain is totally viable, which is why it's a TM now, just so you can teach it whenever you need it. Power Glow is also great for Volbeat under Volt Rush. It's even stronger than Nasty Plot. It gives you +3 special attack, so that means you can, go crazy with Parabolic Charge under Volt Rush, max HP, max HP, Calm Mind / Nasty Plot / Power Glow, Parabolic Charge, Volt Rush under Electric Terrain. Now you're cooking. That's a great set. You've also got good coverage like Giga Drain, Energy Ball, Aura Sphere, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, blah blah blah. All, flying moves, Hurricane, all types of fun stuff. So you can hit pretty much anything you'd ever really want to hit. Not that you need to hit everything in the game. Honestly, it's kind of overkill. Your dual stab is already pretty damn solid. And then as for Illumise with Tinted Lens, which is an ability it already had, honestly, it's one of the few bugs I don't really like Tinted Lens on, but like they already had it, so I may as well let them keep it. Because it's a great ability and it works really well in conjunction with Prankster. Well, not in conjunction, rather as a complement to Prankster, as an option, I'll say. It works well as an option balancing wise, because like I said, I balance all Pokemon to have 2 good abilities to switch between. So Tinted Lens great offensively, Prankster great defensively, and the beautiful thing about having disabilities at the same time means that you don't have to waste move slots on Illumise to run coverage. You can run just even one stab option. You can literally run one stab option, just Bug Buzz, for example, or Revelation Answer, whatever you want to use, and then just spam that with Tinted Lens and Choice Specs or Choice Scarf for certain boss fights, and then for other boss fights, you can use your other 3 move slots as utility options, you know. Like I said earlier, you've got Parting Shot, Dual Screens, Sleep Move, Charm, Befriend, Roost, all types of crazy good options. So in general, these guys are an absolute blast. Great bulk, great offense, great abilities, good typings, very fun to use overall. They even have like late game, you get like, you know, freaking Tinted Lens Bug Bomber and Lunar Fleur Cannon and Radiant Outburst, not to mention Quiver Dance / Lunar Dance / Nasty Plot with Tinted Lens on Illumise is very strong, as well as something like Siphon or Draining Kiss, which works really well with Tinted Lens. So yeah, this thing would just be an absolute blast to use. Thank you so much for listening for both of them. And I'm much more happy with Volbeat now. It felt extremely underwhelming with, like, it felt like he was using Prankster 99.9% of the time. But I only give it Luminescent for like the flavor, so I'm glad I deleted that ability. It was not good. So yeah, thanks so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below if you did listen this far into the video. Shout out to you, and peace.